Hello, I'm Dr. Greg Allen, and I'm the director of Freedom4U. Welcome to our teen educational video series. On this video, you'll hear from some of our leadership teens as they talk about different life issues and give their personal advice. I hope you enjoy it.
If I were to see an act of bullying, I think I would definitely feel comfortable speaking up now. I don't think I would have when I was a freshman, but I'm really glad that I've learned the lesson that you have to speak up in times of injustice or intolerance, and it's not okay to just stand there and watch it happen.
If I saw an act of bullying, yes, I would feel comfortable speaking up and telling a coach or a teacher what's going on and help out.
I think bystander teens can better combat bullying and harassment on a day-to-day basis by making it clear, especially on school campuses, that it's not okay. And I think that as I got older, it was the general consensus on the campus that if there was bullying, that one bully would get a lot of high schoolers' minds about how what he or she was doing was not okay. But I think it's really important not to make the situation worse by responding in a physical way, and by using powerful words. And I think having a friend with you at the time that you're standing up to a bully, whether when you're being bullied or you're standing up to another situation, I think that's really important. Having a couple friends even, power in numbers, and really showing whoever's bullying someone that the general consensus is it's not okay and they're the minority in this situation, and it's helping no one. And also, a lot of the time bullies need help of their own, and I think that schools should really take into account the bully's mental health and combat that, give them counseling, give them support, and see what's really at the root of the problem.
I think it's hard for bystanders to stand up to bullying because maybe they don't have the confidence or the experience dealing with bullying.
I believe that it is hard for bystanders to help those who are being bullied because it puts them in an uncomfortable situation. I believe victims of bullying should always be helped, but it is hard for people to help them because some people don't want to put themselves in the spotlight.
I think it's hard for bystanders to stand up for someone being bullied is because maybe they're worried that it's going to be them next, or they're going to get in trouble for doing something like that. I guess it depends on what the situation is, but there's a lot of fear in standing up for what's right, but it's so important to do it. So I think being a bystander is it's a bad thing, and people need to learn to break out of that shell and not accept what's wrong and stand up for what's right.
Well, if someone can't stand up to a bully, there are many other alternative ways to stand up, such as just simply talking to someone about it. Whether it be a friend or a trusted adult, both can help to fix the situation. A trusted adult or someone that works at your school can help you especially deal with it in a good and efficient way.
If I couldn't stand up to a bully, I would go get an adult, teacher, staff, or a coach.
So if you're not able to physically or mentally stand up for a bully, the best thing to do is try to avoid a situation where they would be. Avoid them at all costs and tell someone about it. They can get in trouble for doing that, and you can have parents come in and help you. And there's this weird thing where it's don't be a snitch, but if they're being mean, they're the person not being cool. So just tell someone.
I would do is read the situation, see what's happening, and step in and help out someone who really doesn't have a voice and can't stand up for themselves, for example.
One thing that I would do if I saw bullying was I would stay away from the bully and really help the victim out and get an adult. If I was the victim of bullying, I wouldn't want to get physical with the bully, and I would go get an adult or a teacher and talk it through with the bully.
I feel like the main reason why it's hard for people to stand up for someone getting bullied is because they don't want to get involved in the situation. If you get involved, you can get brought into the principal's office or be called by a parent or something like that about and be asked what happened, and that can take time out of your day. But I feel like it's important to do that, and it's worth it to stand up for someone.
If I was not able to physically protect myself from bullying, I would run the other way and get help and go to a safe environment. Some warning signs that someone is being bullied are maybe they don't want to hang out with you anymore, or they're getting new friends, or they're avoiding the bully as much as they can. Some ways I react if I see bullying are I want to immediately help them as soon as possible and deal with the situation.
I will immediately go up to that person and break things up and tell them to go away, because I can't watch that happen and I can't be a bystander. I think it's so important to stand up for that person when they can't do it for themselves.
A way to stand up to a bully without getting physical is educate your friends on to stay away from the bully because he's not nice.
So in most schools, you're not allowed to defend yourself physically. So the best thing to do is, if you're in a physical situation, is just run. I mean, there's literally nothing else you can do. If you're not allowed to be able to stop someone from attacking you, the best thing for you to do is just run away. And that might seem like you're being a little scaredy cat or something, but there's nothing else you can do without getting in trouble. So yeah.
I think it's very easy to solve a lot of things without getting physical. I'm just a believer in nonviolence. Violence is not the answer, nowhere near the answer. And I think words have a larger effect than fists.